Hi, I'm Fletcher Rhoden, and my pet peeve for today is when people bring dogs into the grocery store. Now, Pet Peeves is brought to you by my website, FletcherRhoden.com. That's where you can find links such as those to my Amazon.com author page. That's where you can buy all my books in paperback or for Kindle or in many cases audiobook format. There's also a link at my website to my Spotify artist page. That's where you can download all my records. I've got a lot of them. In 2024, I had a 4-record set called Quadrilogy. Makes sense, right? And in 2025, I have a single pop album called I'm Possible. Now you can download these on my other records at Spotify or wherever you like to download your favorite music across the internet. At my website, you can get free music that's there exclusively. So, have fun with all that. Okay, today's pet peeve is people who bring their dogs into supermarkets. Okay, now look, I get the care pet thing. I get pets. This pet peeve is about pets. But I get pets. I've had pets and I loved them. I had a dog and I loved my dog. We used to go for walks, and sometimes at the end of the walk, we would go to a restaurant where I could sit outside at a table and she would sit at my feet. And a lot of people did that. There were a lot of outdoor seating places, outdoor, where you're eating outdoors on the patio. And that's fine. Great. As long as your dog is well behaved and not jutting out at me and my dog, it's fine. But there were no dogs in restaurants. And there were no dogs in grocery stores. Now, I get it that people like to take their dogs with them, and they might take them in the car. And then they might have to go to the grocery store, but they don't want to leave the dog in the car because it could get hot, or some well-meaning person could come by with a monkey wrench and smash the window and take the dog and make a fuss. And the dog might get hurt, you don't know, or damaged by heat or whatever. I've seen video of people who left their dogs in the car and put a sign on their window saying, "Don't smash the window, I've left the air conditioner on," and blah, blah, blah. So, but now they don't do that. They just bring the dog into the supermarket. Not a service animal. Of course, I'm not going to bang on service animals. You bring every service animal. I don't mind if you bring a service camel into the supermarket if that's what you need. You must have a real thirst deficiency if that's the case, but whatever. But just to bring your dog into the restaurant or into the supermarket just to be with you. Why don't you do this? Why don't you take a walk with your dog and then have a nice lunch with your dog at an outdoor seating restaurant where it's outdoors, where your dog's fleas or mange or whatever else can't get anywhere near my food or its hair or its dander. And then after that, you take your dog home, you leave your dog, which will be having relieved itself on its walk and being tired and well exercised from its walk, and you probably give it a little bowl of water during your meal, and maybe you get a little snack when you get home. I don't know what you do. But your dog will be just fine for an hour while you go out to the grocery store. Your dog will survive your absence for an hour while you go to the bank. Right? While you go to the grocery store, which is filled with food. I mean, I mentioned it, I don't like restaurants. I don't like people taking their dogs into restaurants. But what I'm really talking about, my pet peeve for today, is people taking their dogs into grocery stores. There's open food out, fruits and vegetables and the things of the like. Why do you need your dog? Also, your dog could get hurt by those rolling carts, shopping carts can be heavy when they're filled with food, and they've got those little narrow wheels, and if a dog's paws get caught under the wheels, that could hurt that dog. And you're endangering your dog by bringing it into a supermarket where it does not belong. Also, people can be allergic to dogs. I'm not. But what if somebody is? What if somebody's kid is allergic to dogs and you're in line with that, next to that person? And the person says, excuse me, my kid is allergic to dogs. Could you take your dog out of here? I know what you'd say. No, I'm allowed to have my dog in here. This dog is a member of my family. Why don't you take your member of your family out of here? Now look, I love dogs and everything, but come on. Knock it off. They're not human. I mean, they're great. I love my dog. I miss my dog. Okay? But I wouldn't have brought her into a supermarket. I would have taken her to wherever I was staying or living and left her there, well walked, well rested, lying on the chair, just snoozing, waiting for me to come home. While I went out and did the human things that humans do. The dog stayed home and did dog things. The licking of the butt, the yawning and stretching, the dreaming of chasing rabbits, and all like that. I went out and did the human things. Went to the grocery store, bought food, and the like. You gotta separate yourself from your dog sometime, people. And the time to do that is when you go to the grocery store. Good grief. Now maybe you disagree. Maybe you're one of those people who says, no, my little Mr. Whiskers is just fine. He's not got no fleas, he's got no dander. He's not gonna hurt you. He's not gonna get hurt by the shopping carts because I've got him in my strap-on, or he sits in the little part of the thing where your kids might be. This is my fur baby. Come on. You know, your kids hated going to the grocery store too. Probably your dog doesn't like it either. Why don't you do for your dog what you should have done for your kid and take him home and let him watch TV for a while you go do your miserable errands? Worst part of childhood is having to tag along on these errands. Oh, going to the bank, going to the grocery store, we have to do these things. You have to do them. I was at school all day. You were hanging around the house all day. Why did you do this while I was at school? Why did you choose to do this on the way home from school? Why didn't you do it on the way toward picking me up? What was engaging you so between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock that you couldn't have gone to the bank and the grocery store before picking me up? Well, then the ice cream would have melted. Oh! Come on. Unbelievable. Like we carted our groceries in a chicken truck through Texana. Come on. I don't know, man. It's one of my pet peeves. Do your dog a favor. Leave it at home, where it lives, where it loves to be, where it feels safe and secure, where it is safe and secure. Okay? Leave the human stuff to the humans. Leave the dog stuff to the dogs. Okay? You can still love them. Love them all you want. I loved my dog. I think the connection between a canine and a human being is a great thing. But, you know, your interactions with other human beings is also something to be considered, right? If you're not doing that, that's one of my pet peeves. So, tune in again. I'm here every other Monday with Pet Peeves at noon on this YouTube channel. Monday at noon Mountain Central Time. Mountain Standard Time, I think it is. But also, when I'm not doing Pets and Peeves, on alternating Mondays, I'm still here doing my other show, Quotes and Quips. That's the second year of Quotes and Quips. It's going to run along with Pet Peeves on alternating Mondays all through 2025. And if you want to see reruns that you might have missed, if this is the first one you're seeing and you know there are others, go back and watch them. They're still up. Also, you can see all the webisodes of Quotes and Quips from 2024 right here on this YouTube channel. And there's a show called Tracking the Lone Wolf that I did in 2023. They're still up on its own YouTube channel, though not this YouTube channel. It's called Tracking the Lone Wolf at YouTube.com, I guess, is the channel name, and the show is called Tracking the Lone Wolf. So check that out. Check this out. Don't forget my new album, I'm Possible. You can download that wherever you like to download your favorite music. You can download mine. So tune into all this, watch my programming again, and until then, bye, Mary.